I used to wake up late, scroll, rush, skip. I called it normal, but something felt off, empty, until one morning. I woke up early by accident. The room was still, and I felt someone, but I ignored it and went back to sleep. The next day, same thing. I woke up early, again, no alarm, just that gentle nudge. But I brushed it off. Again, it kept happening. And one day, I said it out loud. Why do I keep waking up like this? A voice inside whispered, because I'm waiting for you. A week later, I walked into a coffee shop, tired, distracted, lost in thought. And then a man, a total stranger, sat across from me. He looked me in the eye and said, "God misses you in the morning." I froze. "What did you say?" He smiled gently. "You keep waking up early. That's not an accident. It's him, waiting." Before I could reply, he stood up and left. I looked outside. He was gone. I didn't even know his name, but his words stayed with me. That night, I didn't set my alarm. I whispered, "God, if you're really there, wake me up." And at 5:27 a.m., my eyes opened. No noise, no alarm, just that still presence. I sat up, didn't touch my phone, didn't speak. I whispered, "Good morning, God." At exactly 5:30 a.m., my eyes opened. No alarm, no sound, just a soft pull in my spirit, a whisper I couldn't explain. I didn't reach for my phone. I just sat up and said, "Good morning, God." The peace that filled my room wasn't normal. It was holy. I didn't speak much, didn't read anything, didn't pray loud prayers. I just sat and felt the quiet. And in that quiet, it felt like I was seen, fully known, and deeply loved. Tears came easily, not from pain, but from presence. Just as I was beginning to understand this moment, the doorbell rang. It was my teenage neighbor, eyes red, hands shaking. I felt like I had to come here, he said. I don't even know why. We sat in the quiet. No words at first. Then stories came. Pain, loneliness, a cry for something real. That morning, in that moment, we found what we had both been missing. I thought God was only waiting for me, but he was getting me ready for others. More mornings came, and more people started showing up, some by invitation, some by divine direction. It was no longer just a quiet time. It was the beginning of a quiet revival. Psalm 5 verse 3. In the morning, Lord, you hear my voice. In the morning I lay my request before you and wait expectantly. He still wakes me every morning, but now I listen, and I speak words that heal, because I've been with the healer. I never told anyone to come, but one person told another, and then another. Soon, my mornings were no longer silent. They were sacred. A single candle would burn in the corner. The Bible would be open, and hearts would begin to melt. Some people came out of curiosity. Others came out of desperation, but they all left changed. One morning, a woman sat back, arms crossed, guarded. She didn't speak, didn't look at anyone, but as we sat in silence, she suddenly began to cry. Not loud, not dramatic, just soft, steady tears, like a heart being opened without force. Afterwards, she whispered, I've never felt God before, but today, I did. That's when I knew. Heaven wasn't just touching me. It was touching everyone who made room. We never planned a program. There was no order of service, but God had his own order. Some mornings he'd speak through scripture, other days through someone's quiet testimony. And sometimes we just sit in stillness, and that was enough. What started as just 10 minutes with God turned into a movement of hearts returning home. Jeremiah 29 verse 13. You will seek me and find me when you seek me with all your heart. That verse became the heartbeat of our mornings. And people kept seeking, not for blessings, but for God himself. And know what? They kept finding him. My living room still looks the same, but now it feels like a little piece of heaven, because where people seek God sincerely, He always shows up. And I still wake up at 5:30 a.m. Not because I have to, but because I want to. Because I now know God still waits for those who will sit with him. Not just to talk, but to listen, to love, to be loved. He's still waiting. Maybe you've been busy. Maybe you've been tired. Or maybe, like me, you just didn't know that the King of the universe was quietly waiting for you every morning, not with judgment, not with anger, but with love. A love that doesn't shout, a love that doesn't force, a love that whispers, I miss you. You don't need a stage, a song, or a sermon to meet him. Just a still heart, a quiet room, and a willing yes. He's still waiting. And when you finally show up, you'll discover that he's not only real, he's been there the whole time. Subscribe for more powerful Christian stories, faith-building teachings, and simple moments that draw you closer to the heart of God. Let's keep seeking. Let's keep showing up. Because God never misses a morning to love you.